I lost my work. I lost my relationship. I lost my money, lost my house, lost a whole number of things. It was time for a big reset.
Okay, let me say it this way. They looked at the most successful men and women of the world, and they found that they had like 7, 8 things in common. And one of the things they all had in common was a routine. They are obsessed with their routine. They don't have a gap of wasted time in their routine. You know, I realized the reason why I'm so successful and the reason why I don't get in trouble like I used to when I was younger is because when I was younger, man, my schedule had so many gaps in it. The devil had like, okay, he might pray at 6, but my man is watching TV. He playing video games by 8:30.
What is if I fail, then I don't have anything else? Well, let me tell you something, don't be afraid of failing, because there's nothing wrong with failing. You have to fail in order to climb that ladder. There's no one that doesn't fail.
You've got to be able to take some disappointment in life too. Not always is everything gonna go well. So you just have to roll with the punches when adversity hits you.
The differential of somebody winning and losing has nothing to do with their genetics, has nothing to do with their potential. It's their perseverance, always showing up. A person that's willing to gamble it. If you show up, then you have a chance. If you don't show up, the outcome's simple. Never there, like an audition. If you show up to the audition, there's a chance you might get the part. If you're too scared to show up and you sit back at home, wondering what if and everything else, no one in hell is gonna call you on that opportunity because you weren't present. The winners always show up. They're willing to lose in order to gain. Big mental thing there, guys.
Fear is of the devil. And fear, you can't make it positive. You can't turn it into something positive. The first thing he said to her was, this ain't gonna work if you're afraid. So you remember when she got trained, they were training her so that when she dealt with the enemy, she knew how to be a lady, but be strong. So she wasn't she didn't teach her how to be a slave. She taught her how to be free. You feel me? And so one of the things that you guys have to understand, if you're gonna rock with us, the average person that you're gonna come in contact with they live in fear. You feel me? They live in fear. And here's what I try to teach people. As much as you want to be whatever you want to be, if you are a 5, you can't lead me if you're a 5 and I'm a 10. You can't lead me. If I'm a 10 and you're a 5, you can't lead me. Now you could probably try to lead me, but you can't, and I'm gonna snip you out. I'm gonna snip you out in a matter of days, weeks, that you ain't on my level. You feel me? So if we're going to help, Harriet was able to help because Harriet was truly free. And that's what people get twisted. She was free. So it was easy for her to free slaves because she wasn't a slave. Slaves wasn't freeing slaves. I just want to make sure y'all hear what I'm saying. Slaves wasn't freeing slaves. And if y'all remember in the movie, there were dudes who were free among slaves. So Harriet looking at them in chains and she free. So you can't be in chains freeing people. You can't be in chains freeing people. You got your own bondage. I'm gonna free you if but how do you become a slave? You're introduced to slavery through some form of fear.
All life demands struggle. A lot of people don't know that. They think that life comes with privileges, not problems, promises, not pain. But the poem says all life demands struggle. Those who have everything given to them become lazy, selfish, and insensitive to the real values of life. The very striving and hard work that we so constantly try to avoid is the major building block in the person we are today.
You know what? That's just kind of the way that life works sometimes. It's Murphy's Law. When things go wrong, they always seem to happen at once, and they just compound on top of each other. And it's pretty easy sometimes to feel beaten when you're faced with all those issues and all those problems, and they all hit you at the same time. But let me tell you, that doesn't mean give up. In fact, it means the opposite. It means it's time for you to fight harder, to dig in. It means it's time for you to go on the warpath. And that starts with one of the fundamental laws of combat leadership: prioritize and execute.
I think it's garbage because at some point we all bought into this lie that you gotta feel ready in order to change.
Yeah.
We bought into this complete falsehood that at some point you're gonna have the courage. At some point you're gonna have the confidence. It's complete garbage. And so there are so many people in the world, and you know, you may be watching this right now, and you have these incredible ideas, and what you think is missing is motivation. And that's not true. Because the way that our minds are wired, and the fact about human beings, is that we are not designed to do things that are uncomfortable or scary or difficult.
This body, as great as you are, as sharp as you make the arsenal, it can't do anything if you don't have confidence in yourself. We all fall down in life. The question is, who gets back up? You go after and you give it all you have. If you lose, at least you try, man. I failed. It's 10 times more of a man than someone said, what if? Because what if never went to the arena. When you guys find a fear, that fear will either create you or destroy you. I love fear. The reason why? Behind every fear is a person you want to be. Fear is self-imposed, meaning it doesn't exist. You create it, you can destroy it too. It's an intangible. If you face your fears, guys, you will realize it's not that big.
What's the biggest problem? What's causing the most stress? Family? Okay. Sit them down. Explain where you are at. Be blunt, be upfront, and then give them the simple plan of how you're going to get things back on track. Don't sugarcoat it. You give it to them straight. And I'm going to tell you right now, it won't be easy. It will be hard because life is hard. That's what life is. And these challenges that you face, they're going to do their best to take you down. Do not let them. Stand up, dig in. Line up those problems and confront them. Face them. Fight them. Do not let them bring you down. In fact, let those challenges raise you up. Let them elevate you. Let their demands and their trials make you stronger.
You face your fears, you become the person you want to be. You run from your fears, you're not living. You're alive, but you're not taking the freedom. You're not running the day. The day's running you. You always be the fucking servant, not the master, guys. If you find a fear, the quickest, the easiest way you can beat it is initially, right when it comes in. If you allow it to sit, it will grow roots and start breaking you down, destroying the potential of the person you can be. Again, the champions, guys. It's not their potential, it's not their genetics. It's their perseverance to always show up, always willing to fail, because in failure, that's part of success. Success is not, a marathon of life with just ups. Success is formulated through failures, through facing your fears, through falling down and getting back up. That's what creates the champion. Success does not define us, we define the success.